the actual CPAP mask doesn't fit Claire's head. Her head is too small. It still doesn't fit her head. So she still uses a ram cannula with the prongs up her nostrils, which then is always also, it's not fully sealed. Is it giving her, these are just things I've had go in my head, is it giving her everything she really needs? And, those types of worries. And then she can just, if she wants to scratch her nose, she can just knock it out. I sleep in a twin bed next to her in her room, and I'm probably up at least once an hour to make sure that it's still in her nose, or to just check on her, or check so she's on an oximeter at home too that tells us her oxygen levels, which I think that machine is probably my worst enemy. And the day that we don't need it anymore, I'm going to throw a huge party. But just to sit there and watch your kids' oxygen levels all night long, I think is a pure form of torture. I mean, like, I sit there and I look at it and it's at 95, and if it goes to 94, I want to cry, and if it goes back up, and a lot of times then it dips a lot lower than that and then comes back up. But it's always like, it's just a big head game at that point, and it's like, you could just, I can stay up and just stare at it. And, it's comforting in the fact that I know, but sometimes it's almost like too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just, so that's still a piece that is difficult and makes it, nighttime is very, very hard still. And even though now, like, she's proven that she is safe and she is okay, even when she does have these obstructions from her sleep apnea. However, as a mom, every time that machine beeps, even though it's the 1,000th time, I still go into, I think it's like PSD. I go into this panic of like, oh my God, we're going to be back to like in the ICU where we were before. And I think that's something that's just going to take me time to heal from all of this, that like trauma of watching her not be able to breathe correctly. It's just, to me, it's my worst nightmare, and it keeps happening over and over and over again every single night. So that part is very, very difficult. And, I wake up every day and I'm happy that the sun's out again, and we'll deal with it again the next night, but to make sure that she gets through it and that she's okay.
But if we talk about crystal balls, if you had you're doing it.
Yeah, we are doing it.
If you had a crystal ball that that you couldn't, you wouldn't be able to tolerate it, then we would have thought about something else.
Right.
But it was, every night you do it, and you're tolerating it, and it's working. Or if you had a crystal ball and you knew that she wouldn't tolerate it, right? That would have been a different story. But you don't have those crystal balls, I certainly remember, you guys both wanted that fighting chance.
Yeah.
And you took it by the horns, and that's probably, and then you give it your best shot.
Right. Well, and that's one of the things too that I think as a parent, like, you get this this deep inner I have to do it for her. Like, I still wouldn't be doing this for myself. Right. I would just go in the other room and go to sleep. Right. You know what I mean? Right. But you just you have no choice, and that's why when given the choices of being so tied to the CPAP machine and what that means at home, I didn't have a doubt in my mind, regardless of how tired I got, that I'm just going to do it. If it works well enough for her, I'm just going to do it. And there wasn't a doubt in my mind that I wouldn't make it work. It wasn't going to be because of me that she, you know what I mean? If I had any power within me to make it so she didn't need the trach and we could support her with that, then that's what we were going to do. So we've stuck to that.